Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you kindly stay subscribed, and thank you to 300 subscribers. I love you all and it means a lot to me. Please keep it coming.
I beg, Mona help me, I still need help. You there, yeah? Mona help me, I beg.
Subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified whenever I drop a new video. I've been receiving messages on the reasons why infection keeps coming back. That is the reason for the recurrence of infection. So I'm going to address that in this video. I'm going to tell you the reasons and the solutions. So if that sounds like what you want to know, keep on watching. The first reason is self-medication. Africa and Nigeria as a whole, we're very good when it comes to self-medication, and I also term that as drug abuse. That is to take drugs without doctors. Doctors.
When I want to explain it, my head will be headache me. Yeah.
That is, take drugs without doctor's prescription. So how does self-medication affect the recurrence of infection? You know, I always say that we have millions of microorganisms on our body and on the surface of our vagina, which helps in normal physiological function of the vagina. So now you have scars on your body, you have sore, and you have rashes. The next thing in Nigerian is going to tell you is go and use ampiclox, go and use amoxicillin, go and use ampicillin. When it comes to open wound, we are so fast in prescribing antibiotics, and this affects the bacteria that is present in the vagina, because when you take antibiotics, it works on your body. You understand? Antibiotics are of two types. We have the bactericidal and the bacteriostatic. Now, the bactericidal kind of kills the growth of microorganism and the bacteria itself, while the bacteriostatic stop the growth of bacteria. You might be having a bacterial static infection, which you are supposed to use bacteriostatic agents, and you now go ahead and buy bactericidal agents, like that is the bactericidal drugs. When you use such drugs, it kills the bacteria that is responsible for whatever you are treating it for, and also kills the bacteria that are helping you for the normal physiological functioning of your body. When you use antibiotics to a certain stage, you develop resistance to it. Aside causing infection, when you use antibiotics to a certain stage, it's not even antibiotics alone, all drugs, you start developing resistance to it. That is, it won't work again. All these microorganisms already know she's going to take ampiclox, she's going to take ampicillin. Do you understand? So they are going to, they are going to buckle up, like they are going to level up their activities in your body, and at the end of the day, you are going to notice all these antibiotics do no longer work for you. Also, it's not all infection that needs antibiotics. I talked about various types of vaginal infections and what they look like. I'm going to leave the link here, and I'm going to leave it in the description box. Okay, so we have various drugs you can use. You can use antifungal, you can use antibacterial, depending on your infection. All infection does not equally warrant antibiotics. The second one is reinfecting yourself, and I'm going to distribute this into two parts. The first one is going back to your partner, and the second one is reusing the root of your infection. The first one I'm going to say is reinfecting yourself. Under reinfecting yourself is going back to your infected partner. Now, you might even be the one that transferred this infection to your spouse, but it may take time to manifest in them compared to the time it will take to manifest in you. Okay, when you now notice this infection and you kind of treat it, then you go back to have sexual intercourse with your partner, which will still transfer that infection back to you. Okay, so when you do not treat your partner alongside when you treat yourself, it can cause reoccurrence of infection, because the partner is going to transfer the infection back to you. The second one is going back to the roots of your infection. That is, if you got your own infection from using public toilets or from using the peeing on the floor, and you've treated this infection, then you go back to use that public toilet again, there is high chance of getting the infection. This is how some people get infection, when they notice their body is not accustomed to using public toilets or even peeing on the floor, because you know the floor has a wide range of growth for microorganisms, and there are millions of microorganisms on the floor. When you pee, this microorganism can get into your vagina and cause infection. That's that about reinfecting yourself. And the third one is not completing your medication. Oh my god, this does not happen in Nigeria alone. I believe they happen in other countries. But see, there's a reason why a doctor will tell you to use your drug for 3 days. There's a reason why your pharmacist is going to tell you to use your drug for 5 days. But because you've used this for 2 days and you feel you are okay, you just, leave the rest and Another day when you notice that kind of infection, you're going to reduce it. That takes me to the first point, which is self-medication. Okay, when you're giving drugs to use for 5 days, please, if you're not doing this for doctors, you're not doing it for any medical practitioner, you're doing it for yourself. Okay, if you do not love yourself, do it for God. Okay, if you are giving a drug to use for 5 days, please use this for 5 days. Yes, because let me use this as an example. If a police and there's an armed robbery attack in a particular area and you are successful to kill 2 criminals, and maybe there are 5 criminals, you're successful to kill 2 criminals, you feel you've conquered them? No, because the 3 hiding will, buckle up and come back to affect you. That's how it works in all these infections too. When you use drug and you feel okay, it's not that all those things are no more there. Some are hiding somewhere that once these drugs leave the body, I'm going to, attack again, and you now stop using those medications. That's why some of you experience reoccurrence of infection, because you do not complete your medication. The next one is infected on this. Like I mentioned this when I was talking about things you should not do to your vagina. I'm going to leave the link right here. I have 3 videos talking about different things you should not do to your vagina. I think I made 3 videos, so the links will be in the description box. Make sure you watch it. Sometimes some microorganisms have a long lifespan and they are not going to be destroyed while washing. Surprisingly, some wash and spread in the bathroom. These panties do not have direct contact with the sunlight, and you do not even iron them before wearing. That is, there is high possibility for the microorganism to breed and replicate itself because they are under timid or moist environment. That is your bathroom. Now, when you wear this on this back, there is a probability that the microorganism left on the surface of your panties will get into your body and cause another infection. Reacting to pads. This is about knowing yourself, okay? Because you might be using yellow lady care, which is thick and short, but you feel because Vironi is long, you now change to Vironi, then you start experiencing itchiness. I'm just using this as an example, please. I'm not saying Vironi causes itchiness, but sometimes when you change from pads to another type, you kind of react to it. I've witnessed that. I kind of changed my pad during a time and I noticed this. I'm going to share the whole story on my channel. I'm going to drop it soon, I hope. So because you don't love the way a pad looks like, or you just want to try it, okay? Some just want to try that. I want to know the one that is best. Once you know what works for you, just stick with it. There's no need of trying everything. All these things are made of chemicals. You might be reacting to a particular chemicals and you think maybe it's because of my pants, maybe it's because of my toilet, maybe it's because, you start imagining things that are not correct, whereas you are the source of your own problem. So the thing is just to know yourself, know what works for you, know what suits you, and you'll be good. Washing your vagina with soaps. Like, I cannot overemphasize on this. The infection that is mostly caused as a result of washing your vagina with soap is bacterial vaginosis. And this is because you wash off all the useful bacteria in your vagina. Auntie Janet, you've washed off all the useful bacteria in your vagina, all in the name of feminine wash. I will not advise this. Like, I would never tell someone to use feminine wash. They are said to not have harsh chemicals, but remember, they have chemicals. I always tell people that your vagina is like your skin, like your internal organs, because the vagina is not covered like this. The vagina does not have this covering. Okay, now using chemicals on it can kind of make you to react to it, causing infection, and this is equals to washing your vulva or your vagina or whatever with soap. It is not advisable to wash it with soap, and some people will say you can wash your vagina with mild soap. It's a no-no. Like, don't even wash your vagina with any kind of soap. Rinse with water and rest. Okay, the last one is douching. Even with infection, some people still douche because in their head they believe douching is a solution to infection. Like, douching is when you sit on hot water with salt and Dettol. Some tends to say it works. It does not work. It's your head that is working, and medicine and health does not work the way it works in your head. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but that's just the basic truth, okay? Douching is very bad. And this is because it still disrupts the growth of bacteria in your vagina. you are exposing your vagina to a very hot environment, which is not supposed to be. That is the hot water, and it kind of breaks the barrier in your vagina, exposing your vagina to infection. So the solution, the first one is no self-medication. Like, once you feel uncomfortable, go to your medical practitioner. Let them prescribe drugs to you. Don't start using anything because it has once been prescribed to you. The fact that ampiclox was once prescribed to you does not mean they'll still prescribe ampiclox for you when you make any complaint. Okay, so it's advisable to go to your medical practitioner anytime you're experiencing any discomfort. The second one is, when you are treating yourself, treat your partner alongside. The only reason why I will tell you not to treat your partner alongside, or maybe you feel you should not treat your partner alongside, is if you are experiencing your infection maybe around May and you had sexual intercourse around last year August. Okay, so there's high probability that it's not from your partner. But if you notice your infection this month, which is July, and you had sexual intercourse maybe mid-June or late June, there's high probability of your partner also having this infection. So once you are treating yourself, make sure you treat your partner alongside. Try to change your environment. That is, you try to look at another conducive environment for your vagina. If you're someone that works somewhere that you can't escape public toilets, I'll advise you to always go with Dettol. Make sure you clean the seat of the WC before sitting, and you can add little Dettol, liquid Dettol, to the water inside the WC before sitting on it. Infected panties. The maximum time to use your panties before changing, like max, is a year. I don't care how long you use that pants. A year is okay. So make sure you change your panties, and if you notice you use any pants during a severe infection, I'll advise you to do away with such panties. Reacting to pads. This is about knowing yourself. Do not always change pad because they suit your desire and not your body. The way your body works depends on your body. Let me say that. You understand? Like, if you notice this thing is working for you, stick by it. Don't say because you like the package of irony, or because you like the package of soft care, soft life. I'm sorry, it's because I want soft life. So if you notice yellow pad works for you, yellow lady care works for you, stick with yellow lady care. That means the chemicals are not too harsh for your body. You might be using one lady care and your friend is also using that kind of lady care, and you might be reacting to it while your friend does not react to it. Okay, it's just about your body. You might be reacting to a particular chemical. Once you notice you are reacting to a particular chemical, it is better to leave it, or not to even change your pads at all. Okay, washing your vagina with soap, I think I already said a lot about this. It disrupts the bacterial balance of your vagina. Your vagina is self-cleansing. It's only your vulva you have to help by rinsing with ordinary water, sometimes warm water. Okay, and the last one is douching. Douching is zero. It's a no-no. Like, you are exposing your vagina to a very harsh environment, like hot environment. You are not boiling pomo. Your vagina is not pomo. So do not douche, okay? You are exposing your vagina to hot environment. You are exposing your vagina to antibacterial agents, which is the Dettol you add. And you're also exposing your vagina to salt. Do you know the amount of microorganisms that inside that salt you put inside hot water and sit on it? So please, it is advisable, whenever you notice any discomfort in your body, especially your vagina, go and see your medical practitioner or anyone that knows more than you too, which is your doctor. Okay, that's basically all for this video. I hope you all enjoy. Please kindly give this video a like, comment, share with family and friends. You can save someone by sharing this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Follow me on all my social media accounts. The links are in the description box. Get in touch with all my previous videos, especially on what you should not do to your vagina. Some will be displayed on the screen and others will be in the description box. Also follow me on Tract. Let's trend together. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye.